Imagine getting a call from your child's preschool, just thinking that they are sick, but in reality, you're listening to them say that your 4-year-old was suspended from school. This is something that is happening all over the nation. It is known as the preschool to prison pipeline. And for older kids who are being affected by it, school to prison pipeline. Most children who are suspended at a young age are African American, and being suspended at a young age can lead to them dropping out of high school. And then once they drop out of high school, it's more likely for them to be put in prison or a courtroom. This is becoming a more known topic around the nation as parents are stepping up to talk about their children who are suspended from preschool. Sadly, it's becoming a very known topic in the U.S. It's also not only affecting them, but it's also affecting their education and their social environment and not getting to be with the students that they need to be in to learn those social aspects of their life. Not only that, but it is bringing racial aspects into the mix, as it is more likely to become an African American student that's suspended than a white child. It is actually 3.6 more times more likely to be kicked for an African American student to be kicked out of school than a white student, which may not seem a lot, but in reality it is. And the children can see how they are being treated. You may not think that kids can see this type of stuff, but they do. They can see how it's affecting them more than the white children and that they are being compared like that. And they could do something as simple as flinging a pencil across the room by accident or dropping a book or ripping a piece of paper on accident, and they could be suspended for that, which really isn't fair in terms of their education and their social life. Once they're suspended a first time, it's easier for them to be suspended a second time and even a third. And once the students kind of see that, they are not only missing out on the education, but they kind of don't want to be there because of that reason, because they just feel like they're always getting narked on for doing something wrong. And being suspended from school can be leading to be held back a grade and even drop out of school once they are able to in high school, causing these kids to miss out on learning socially and academically at such a young age. And you may not think that a preschooler will be affected by this, but in terms it does, because it's such a long road, and preschool shapes the minds of you for the rest of your life. Out of the kids who are suspended, 23% of them will end up in with a juvenile record, or they will be put in a juvenile courtroom, meaning that under age 18, they will be either in a courtroom or they will be serving jail time or prison time for whatever reason because they dropped out of school. And dropping out can lead to more problems than just not earning your diploma. It can lead down a long and dangerous path, whether it be drugs and alcohol or not finding a job or stealing or stuff like that. If a student drops out, they're more likely to have jail time sometime in their life, no matter the race or culture, which is interesting, even though I'm talking more about how it affects the African American people. It does also affect the white people with dropping out of school, and not getting their education can lead to them serving jail time. Anyone can be affected by the school to prison pipeline. Just because you don't think it's happening around you doesn't mean that it isn't. And it is becoming a big deal in the U.S. and needs to be addressed before it goes farther than it already has, because these kids are missing out on important things in preschool. And African American children are being affected more than white children, which is very true, and it's unfair to them, and they know that it's happening. And being suspended at a young age can lead to dropping out, because at that point they really don't care, because if they've been suspended so many times, then it's no point in staying in school. And dropping out can lead to court time, a court appearance, or jail time, which not only causes them trouble, but causes their family trouble and hardship. And then African American children are more likely to be suspended, and once they are suspended a couple times, it's more likely for them to drop out And when they do drop out, it's more likely for them to serve prison time and go into a courtroom. And that's all.